Question number 4, Marama Fox.
Tēnā koe, te mana whakawā. My question is to the Minister of Social Housing. What assistance, if any, will be provided to marae like Te Puea in Auckland, who in an expression of manaakitanga are supporting homeless whānau?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Mr Speaker, I am advised that MSD staff have been made available and have regularly been at Te Puea to make sure the people there are having their housing needs assessed, getting access to support wherever they might be entitled to. Equally, after representations from the member herself earlier in the week, I've asked officials to look in to see if there is other assistance that we could give to the actual marae and not just individuals.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Marama Fox.
Does she agree that relying on the goodwill of marae to support homeless whānau is not a viable long-term solution? And if so, what does she intend to do about it?
The
Speaker.
Honourable Paula Bennett.
Well, Mr Speaker, I certainly do, and I don't think that anyone can see that it's the current situation is ideal. That's why we've got a number of new builds that are underway, more than 500 under community housing providers. We've got about 589 that are contracted or under contracts with Housing New Zealand. Equally, we've put in $41 million extra into emergency housing, of which we've opened up the RFP already for those that are already in contract so that I can speed that process up a bit. We've got 750 new houses that we've put in $120 million into this year's budget for as well.
Supplementary question, Marama Fox.
Is the Minister prepared to continue to work with Māori Party to support marae, emergency housing providers and community housing providers to provide the necessary assistance required to meet the emergency needs of the homeless whānau? And if so, how does she intend to target that $41 million, not just in Auckland, but also in the regions?
Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Of the $41 million, from memory, I think it's $32 million that will get divided up amongst emergency housing providers. Of that, it is a spread throughout New Zealand. Of the 3,000 places, around half will be in Auckland and the rest will be in the regions. An example might be that somewhere like Hamilton, a city of that size, is likely to be eligible for about 60 places. A town the size of Nelson, for example, is more like 20 places. Part of it will be existing beds, but the other part will be new beds as well. But what is raised by the member often is also we've now got to have homes for them to go permanently into. So those are emergency places there, which is why we've got the new build program that's going on as well, and a significant number of new houses coming on board.
Supplementary question, Marama Davidson.
If the Minister does give any funding to Te Puea marae, will the funding last till the end of the homeless housing crisis? And will the Minister tell Aucklanders when that will be?
Mr Speaker, well, I don't agree with the second part of the question, but with the first part of the question, I mean, we're certainly I had people asking whether or not Te Puea should be an emergency housing provider. I personally think that there's probably easier ways that we could help them. TPK have already put in, I think, $10,000, and so we're now looking at is there something that we can do if that money is running out to help them keep going for a bit longer.
Question